Welcome to another exciting video where you will learn how to uh, model roof rafters, sloped roof rafters. Here I have a simple uh, rectangular hip structure, which we're going to use as a demonstration on how you would go about modeling 2x6 roof rafters. So first thing we need to do is we need to go into our Revit folder, go to Insert, go to Load Family, and once you do that, you'll get this pop-up window. You want to drag it down to Structural Framing, and then you want to go to Wood, and you want to go to Timber. We'll go to Dimensional Lumber, click there, and then you'll get another pop-up window, and then from here we'll grab a 2x6. Now that it's loaded, we're going to go to our second level. And let's just, for laughs and giggles, let's just model a 2x6. So I'm going to grab it, and I'll start from here and work my way across to there, to both ends. And then press enter. And then, so did I actually draw that? Let me see. No, let's do that again. So we'll grab it, we'll go from here to there. We'll click enter. Let's see why it's doing that. There we go. So we go to a 3D view. Those members are actually there. So what we're going to do is, they actually were drafted there. So what I'm going to do is, I can't see anything because I need to click on the roof. I need to right click. I need to overwrite the graphic element. And I need to increase the transparency to 100. That way I can see what's in there. So I really want to get rid of that one there, that member there. As you can see, these 2x6, when I modeled these, they modeled horizontally. They did not slope like I originally wanted them to slope. So this is a no. So there's two ways you could go about making these roof rafters slope. One would be to go back to your second level. You could cut a section across, and then once you do that, activate that section, and then you want to change your detail level to fine. And then from here, the next thing you want to do is you want to generate a level. You want to create a level. So to create a level, you go to structure. You can do it in architecture. It doesn't matter. Each one of these will give you that option to set a level. So we're gonna set we're gonna create a level. Roof. Not a level. I apologize. We're gonna create a reference plane, and we're gonna choose by clicking on this icon there, which will activate anything we touch. So it'll create a reference plane based off of the line work that was already there. So I'm just going to drag this further out, and I'm just going to give it a name. I'll just call it roof slope. Perfect. So now that I have that, I can go back to my second level. Go back to my second level, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my level. I'm going to set my level now. I'm going to set my work plane, and then I'm going to choose the level that I just, the reference plane that I just created, which is the roof slope. I'm going to make that active. And once I do that, I can now draw my 2x6. So I will choose my 2x6, start there, and draft it all the way to the edge there. Now that it's there, we're going to go to our 3D view to see if it was drafted correctly with the slope. And as you can see from the 3D model, you can see that actually it was modeled correctly. So now if I want to, I can go back to my second level, click on my roof, and then since I can't see it at this point because the roof is overlaying the roof rafter. So what I need to do is change the transparency of the roof by, left click, and then you right click, and then you want to overwrite the graphic view element. You want to make that 100. Just make it 100. And once you do that, you click OK, and you're going to be able to see the roof rafter. So at this point, if I wanted to, I'll go back to my 3D. I'll delete these since they're not sloped, and go back to my second level. And then from here, if I want to, I can just go to, let me see here. I can just go to my, I can go to modify. I can do a offset of 2 feet. And I can just start clicking each one of them so I can start generating my roof rafters. And I'll do the same to the other side. I think I duplicated that one by accident. Once I do that, I'll just grab the rest. I'll grab the rest, and then I will mirror them to the other side. And then once I go back to my 3D view, now you can see my roof rafters there. Now, if I want to, now I will teach you a different method, which I believe is much, they're both as good. It all depends on the scenario and what type of situation you have when it comes to modeling. But I will show you a different way of modeling roof rafters. And that would be doing it from the 3D view. So in here, instead of going in here, doing a cut, and then adding a new reference plane so we can slope them here, we can take a shortcut. And the way we can take a shortcut is by, first of all, we're going to activate our section box here. And once we do that, I'm going to bring it in. And then I'm going to bring it in so I can have a section of this area right there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to model my roof rafter from here. I'm just going to change my from the 3D view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me just grab this roof element, right click, and let's increase the transparency so just minimize it to 50 so we can actually see the actual roof here. So what I'm going to do this time around is I'm going to go back to structure. I'm going to activate my beam option. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my 3D snapping. whenever you draft in 3D, whenever you draft or you want to model structural elements, you want to make sure you have this 3D snapping option clicked. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do is, since I've already have my member activated, I'm going to click on this option, which, it'll pick the line. And once I pick this line here, if it lets me, sorry, let me just scroll around here. It's not letting me. Maybe it's not letting me because I'm in a 3D view. So that's not a problem. So because we're in a section cut. So what we can do is we'll just click. We'll go back to the beam option. We'll make sure we have the 3D snapping. We'll click on the pick line, and we'll click on the hip itself. And once it's activated, left click, and there you go. See that? It actually generated the roof rafter with the slope because we drafted it in the 3D view. But the key to this is that you have to make sure that you have the this 3D snapping turned on. So once we do that one, we can do the following one. We can do the one at the other valley. So we'll click the pick lines, we'll pick there, and there you go. And there's the other one. And then for the interior ones, we can actually go back to our level 2, right? And to make level 2, we can copy one of these, copy it down like that, and then I'm just going to draw a reference line. This is just a reference line. And then I'm going to do align, use the align option, LA, and first I'm going to click on the edge I want the outcome to align to, which will be this. I want my outcome to be a horizontal. Now I'm going to click on the element that I want it to align to. So I'm going to click on this roof rafter. Once I click on that, as you can see, it aligned it like I wanted it to, horizontally. Now I can get rid of my reference line, which is not that one, it's that one, enter, and then I'll go to my 3D view, and you can see that my roof rafter is now sloping correctly. So now I'm just going to go back to my level 2. I'm going to trim. If not trim, I'll bring back the roof rafter to there. Bring that one to there, and then I'll draw another reference line from here to here, and I'll move my roof rafter, LA, want it to align to there, click on it, click on join, that's fine, and then from here we can just do an offset of 2 feet to both sides. We'll do the same to the other side also. And then we'll go to our 3D view just to see if our rafters are sloping correctly. And as you can see, they are. So we'll go back to our second level to do our trimming here. And I should be able to trim based on this line. If I do a line, click on the edge I want to cut, for it to cut, and then click on the item. Take that back. Sorry, I apologize. You want to do trim. You click on the edge you're cutting and the edge you want to keep, and you do the same thing here. You do TR for trim. We go there. So we go TR, we'll go, we're going to do the multiple trim here. So we click on this edge. We want to keep that portion. We want to keep that portion. We want to keep that portion. We want to keep that one, that one, that one. We'll do the trim multiple elements. We'll click on the side we want to keep. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So in this case, we'll just drag it back in here. You can drag it because it's still going to maintain that same slope. So we're just going to drag it and drag it. Sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to, but you'll find out alternatives. And this is another one. Since you already have the slope established when you model these roof rafters, nothing's going to happen if you in the plan view if you move them. So I'm just going to move them. And then I'll go to my 3D view. And there you can see that they're there perfectly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mirror these on the other side. So I'll grab all of these elements. First you want to grab them. In Revit, you always want to grab the elements first. It's kind of the opposite of AutoCAD. AutoCAD, you do the command and then you select. In Revit, typically you select and then you choose the command. So since I've already selected these items, the next thing I'm going to do is click on the mirror, and once I grab that midpoint, there we go. There you go. Now when I go to a 3D view, there you go. And then for these, I can just simply model these from here in 3D. I'll go to my roof rafter. I'll go to structure. I'll go to beam. Activate my 2x6. Click on the pick lines. I'll pick on the hips, and there you go. And this is how your roof framing would look like if you were to model it either by using reference planes that we did here, or you can do 3D modeling in the 3D view by making sure that you utilize the 3D snapping option. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you in the next one. And please make sure to subscribe to my my channel, because I will be providing you guys with more tutorials on how to model in Revit. Thank you.